The ocean is a fascinating place, concealing more than it reveals. It has been tagged Earth's ultimate frontier, a place so enormous that even the most modern technology has explored less than 20% of it. What about the rest of the unexplored zone? A dark, silent void that extends beyond eternity. It is completely unknown, leaving one's imagination running wild. For thousands of years, sailors, fishermen, and explorers have returned from the sea with stories about shadows beneath the waves, incomprehensible sounds in the depths, and monster creatures seen in the moonlight. Were these exaggerations of the weary mind, or do these myths point to something real, ancient animals still roaming oceans we scarcely understand? Today, we'll be diving beneath the surface to uncover 7 other mythical sea creatures that really existed. Creatures that blurred the line between myth and reality, being so strange, so terrifying, that even science hesitates to dismiss them completely. 7. The ghost whale, Kujira. Our first entry starts off the coast of Japan. On hazy nights, fishermen reportedly reported seeing a ghost whale, a massive skeleton gliding over the ocean. Its name was Kujira, or ghost whale. Unlike live whales, Kujira was reported to glimmer faintly while surrounded by a swarm of ghostly fish and birds. Those who witnessed it predicted disaster, famine, storm, or death. The tradition dates from a time when whale hunting was widespread in Japan. Villages relied on these giants for food and oil. However, it appears that the water never forgets. Many people believed Kujira was the wrath soul of whales slain by humans, an omen born of remorse and superstition. According to tradition from the 1700s, entire fishing crews disappeared while following the phantom whale. Some modern sightings describe gigantic incandescent structures seen at night that resemble whale bones beneath the sea. Was this a myth? Scientists believe the sightings were caused by bioluminescent plankton that was lighting on the surface of a real whale carcass. However, the fishermen who saw it were certain that the Kujira existed, and its haunting glow served as a warning from the depths. 6. The Ningen. The next creature on our list lives in colder seas, far to the south, near Antarctica. Japanese whaling teams started muttering about it in the early 2000s. They called it the Ningen, which means human. Witnesses described a gigantic, pale white figure, sometimes 60 feet long, that resembled a person. The creature possessed a human-like face, torso, arms, and fingers. Yet it is blank, expressionless, and eerily white. One ship's crew claimed to have witnessed the creature emerge slowly from the water, its skin smooth as ice, and its massive eyes staring back at them before sinking into the Black Sea. The narrative spread online, backed by fuzzy photographs and grainy recordings that only added to the mystery. Skeptics contend that it could be an elephant seal, an unidentified iceberg, or even a big albino ray. But others believe the Ningen is a new species, either an aquatic ape or a deep-sea humanoid adapted to the frigid Antarctic seas. Even Japan's National Institute of Polar Research apparently looked into the claims. Was it curiosity or silent confirmation? Whatever it was, the Ningen remains one of the most haunting modern marine stories, a ghostly reflection of ourselves lurking beneath the ice. 5. Godzilla. Few names evoke as much awe and dread as Godzilla. To many, he is simply a movie monster. However, his origins are considerably deeper, involving post-war trauma after Hiroshima and Nagasaki, old myth, and frightening marine science. Godzilla initially appeared in 1954 in Japan as a monstrous behemoth awoken by nuclear radiation. However, the concept of a sea monster punishing humans for disrupting nature was not new. Visually, he is instantly recognizable, standing over 90 meters tall, a spiky back with a massive tail and able to unleash a radioactive blast. His thunderous roar has even been trademarked in Japan. Dragons and sea gods were said to emerge from the ocean when balance was disrupted in Japanese mythology. Godzilla became a modern version of this, a warning, a symbol of nature's vengeance. What's intriguing is how science has nearly caught up with fiction. Deep-sea species exposed to radiation near nuclear test sites have developed odd abnormalities, including translucent skin, anomalous size, and quick growth. Some marine biologists even refer to select uncommon species as real-life kaiju, which are gigantic ocean dwellers that science has yet to discover. Moreover, paleontological finds like the fossils of Patagotitan majorum remind us that the Earth has indeed hosted titans, true giants that existed long before us. Godzilla may have been inspired by a dread of an ancient, unstoppable force emerging from the depths, rather than pure imagination, and remind us that we are not the masters of our Earth. 4. The Hydra. We now journey to ancient Greece, to the Lerna wetlands. The Hydra, a serpent-like monster with several heads, dwelt here, and for each one that was severed, 2 more grew in its place. According to legend, it was killed by the hero Hercules during one of his famed 12 labors. However, myths frequently contain elements of truth. Could the Hydra have drawn inspiration from something real? Some historians believe so. Fossils of prehistoric sea reptiles, such as plesiosaurs, were discovered on Greek beaches. Enormous skeletons with long necks that may have resembled many-headed serpents to early humans. Others argue that the Hydra was a metaphor for something else, such as a poisonous marsh overrun with snakes, where killing one resulted in the emergence of many. In biology, the name Hydra was later given to a tiny freshwater organism that can genuinely replace missing limbs, creating a living echo of the tale. From gigantic serpents to everlasting micro-creatures, the Hydra exemplifies how quickly legend and reality may collide. Even now, some sailors report serpentine forms twisting beneath their boats, long-scaled shadows moving in silent rhythm, like the many heads of an ancient creature rising in its sleep. 3. Scylla and Charybdis. In Homer's Odyssey, the hero Odysseus had to navigate a perilous strait guarded by 2 monsters, Scylla and Charybdis. On one side stood Scylla, a 6-headed beast that devoured sailors whole. On the other was Charybdis, a huge whirlpool capable of swallowing entire ships. For decades, seafarers feared these waters, which they believed to be the narrow gap between Italy and Sicily. The currents there were unexpected, fierce, and fatal. Ships vanished without a trace, engulfed by unexpected whirlpools. Ancient texts describe a roar of water that could be heard from miles away, a sound so powerful that it vibrated in the bones. Sailors would tie themselves to their ships, hoping not to stray too close to the edge. Some even reported to see figures in the spray, pale, wailing faces looking out from the foam, as if the sea had come to life. The region's odd currents are today known to be created by tidal flows merging in deep underwater canyons, although ancient mariners did not recognize this as a natural phenomenon. The story of Scylla and Charybdis depicted the horror of navigating such perilous waters before maps and compasses existed. Massive whirlpools continue to form in the same passage. Locals believe that when the sea roars louder than the wind, Scylla and Charybdis have resurfaced. 2. Umibōzu. The Umibōzu is one of the most terrifying myths associated with Japan's ocean. According to tradition, this towering black creature emerges from the tranquil oceans without warning. Its spherical, shadowy head looks like a monk's, hence the name sea monk. However, its objectives are far from holy. Fishermen reported that the Umibōzu appeared to punish arrogance. It would say in a deep, rumbling voice, "Do you fear the sea?" If a sailor responded, the creature would capsize the ship, dragging everyone down. Descriptions differ. Some say it was 30 feet tall, while others say it towering over ships like a dark mountain. One hypothesis is that it was inspired by sightings of huge squid, whose bulbous heads and massive eyes shone weakly through the water. Another theory holds that the sea represented drowned spirits, monks who died at sea and returned to test the living. The unpredictability of the Umibōzu adds to its unsettling quality. It does not appear during storms or fog, except on evenings when the sea is too calm, when the atmosphere feels heavy, when something beneath is watching. 1. Ogopogo, the lake monster of Canada. Our final creature lives in the frigid deep waters of Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, rather than the ocean. Locals name it Ogopogo, a serpentine lake monster that has been seen for ages, even before European settlers came. The indigenous Syalex people called it Nha'aitk, which means water demon. They thought it required sacrifices before anyone could cross the lake. To ensure their safety, travelers would toss tiny animals or offerings into the water. According to modern tales, Ogopogo is 40 to 50 feet long, dark green or black, with a horse-like head and a body that moves like a big serpent. Over the years, dozens of witnesses, including visitors and police officials, have claimed to see humps rising and sinking in the water. In 1926, a group of around 30 people witnessed what they described as a long creature undulating across the lake. The cameras rolled, but the footage was too far to prove anything. Since then, sonar scans have revealed enormous moving forms deep in Okanagan Lake that are too massive to be fish and too smooth to be garbage. Some scientists believe Ogopogo is a surviving plesiosaur, or a huge sturgeon species that has yet to be recognized. For locals, however, it is more than a mystery. It is a guardian, a spirit of the lake older than time itself. Every myth, whether it is about ancient serpents, terrible whirlpools, ghost whales shimmering in Japanese mist, or half-sea, half-human creatures, hints at the same fact. We still don't know enough about the deep. Despite all of our sensors, satellites, and submarines, over 80% of the ocean is still uncharted. There are whole worlds in those dark waters that we have never seen before, including animals that can change biology, ecosystems that don't require sunshine, and perhaps even some of these myths lurking there. Next time you stand by the sea and stare into the vast horizon, ask yourself, are these merely stories we tell to make sense of the unknown? Or is the sea still hiding something, just waiting for us to dig a little further? Subscribe to never miss an episode, dive into our other videos, and tell us in the comments which creature was your favorite.